Hi and welcome lower back, all of us. Hope you're all having an awesome day out there. We were given a few things simply, and I need to push out to you all in a timely fashion earlier than we start, although I got a clip proper right here, men for you, that came out ultimate nighttime. This is John Deaton, who has went to bat for the XRP army in Ripple for years now, debating Elizabeth Warren, going to bat once again for XRP, absolutely destroying Elizabeth Warren. Listen right here, had achieved some things certainly horrific to small retail buyers. And a lifelong Democratic choose agreed with me. I did all of it pro bono, and this token XRP turned into called legal because of my paintings. I won Lawyer of the Year, Consumer Advocate of the Year, Defender Freedom Award, due to the fact I did it without cost. And bet what? Last week, that crypto billionaire that she's speaking about that has supported me, just donated thousands and thousands of this XRP token to VP. Harris campaign, if I didn't do what I did, sue the SEC on behalf of small retail investors. That donation in your candidate of preference, Senator, could now not have occurred. So, Madam Vice President, in case you're watching, you're welcome. I would like to move on. You can go back to this if you want later. Victoria McGrain has our subsequent query. We'll go to you first once more, Mr. Deaton, to make up for the... So turning our attention to the rest of the world, you've counseled that some... Now, men, we have got Ripple's RLUSD being quoted as heavily regulated. It can be as soon as authorized. Heavily regulated, says Jack McDonald at Ripple, CEO of Standard Custody SVP. Listen here. Well, it's a dollar-subsidized stablecoin, honestly proper down the center of the green in phrases of the attributes, in phrases of how we're bringing it. It's a closely regulated, it will likely be as soon as permitted, heavily regulated, solid coin sponsored very conservatively by us dollar and dollar equivalents. We can talk a bit greater, approximately that. Monthly attestations by using third-party audit firm, quite credible companions in terms of the reserve control, the banking companions. We are launching it on both the Ethereum and XRP ledger. That's a large deal, which we are pretty enthusiastic about, positive and really keen to get going. We have been testing for some time, and I'd say, and I'm sure trying out segment each internally, after which greater lately, with third parties. So we are excited now, men, in the actual estate business. Its location in our business, how we win is compliance, and this is precisely what Ripple is doing, and that specialize in to push us ahead as the primary top-tier regulated stablecoin, as well as XRP, we realize is the most effective digital asset obtainable with actual regulatory readability. Now this got here out of Ripple, quote, the project is to conform and examine from our modern day regulatory structure about the way to deal with danger and permit superb innovations flourish. This came out of Monica Long, who is the president of Ripple and former chair of FDIC, Sheila Barr, closing out day one at Ripple Swell. It's approximately 40 seconds. Listen right here. What are the ways that the private region can work with zone to assist create that readability? The crypto enterprise needs to understand what the regulator's goals are, what the issues are. The cutting edge shape does not paintings because it's no longer so heavily intermediated. You do not have the same gatekeepers which you have inside the banks, the burgages or the centralized clearing and agreement systems. It's a promise inside the new approaches of doing commercial enterprise, and the issues are the same. However, the structure needs to be one of a kind. The project is to evolve and research from our current regulatory shape approximately a way to deal with this threat and let the wonderful innovations flourish. You know, I look around this enterprise, men, and I wonder who's as close to the FDIC as Ripple. These are the human beings we need sitting at the desk with us. Now, ultimately, men, concentrate to this clip. That's about 46 seconds right here, and I need to talk about price here on the cease. However, this is in reality insane. Quote, we think every asset will be on chain. This turned into Hearth at Ripple Swell. ARX's Graham Rodford and Ripple's James Wallace mentioned how the increase of real-world belongings, tokenization, is permitting use cases for digital property. Listen here, what are your thoughts of the generation, components of that, and bringing on such things as CSD into the equation? How do you making these items coexist, however? How do you accelerate so you get greater advantage? Yeah, that's in all likelihood, in which I'm a piece extra bullish on the adoption of those belongings. I mean, we think every asset goes to be at the chain. This technology blessing is the provider, the infrastructure for numerous reasons, so it's inevitable that that is coming. And you referred to central securities repositories. And for the ones that don't recognize, like DTCC, Euroclear, they're sort of the books and statistics for a number of traded securities, and each single one of them, Euroclear, Circulation, DTT, those men are searching at tokenization. I tend to agree, guys. How bullish is that, mentioning the CEO of ARX, Graham Rodford? We assume every asset may be on-chain. We test the manner blockchain works. It touches each single zone. You can use blockchain era for countless use instances and utility. And so what we see right now, and I heard a congressman say this in advance right here these days, that we're on the infant level. Now, not sincerely at the infancy degree anymore with cryptocurrency, because as Monica Long stated, ultimate night, or the previous day instead. We saw a ton of adoption this year. Not always implementation just yet, however adoption, right? We're now at the little one stage in which we're beginning to truly learn how to use this body, use this thoughts, use ourselves to transport into the world and develop now. XRP charge here today, guys, up sitting simply below 55 cents. We're given the whole marketplace up slightly as we're nonetheless seeing it institutional flows coming into, I simply saw remaining nighttime 233% up on the week coming into XRP traded merchandise. So what we are seeing is two matters. Wells buying XRP, we are seeing institutional buyers buying ETPs, traded merchandise, because they agree within the manner where an XRP goes. That's all I got for you for now. Let me recognize your thoughts, your reviews within the comment phase under, guys. See you all inside the next one. In our enterprise, we suppose the headline of 2024, it's been the largest 12 months of institutional adoption for virtual property and blockchain that we have visible to date. And we think this has been driven by three tendencies: momentum for international regulatory clarity, crypto getting validation from Wall Street as a bona fide asset magnificence, tokenization of real global belongings. And we assume this is simply the end of the iceberg. We realize from running with monetary establishments for decades that what they want is a one and compliant virtual asset infrastructure. And that is what we do.